had this before, so let's see what this is like. Oh my god. My favourite is this. That one could be a bit like more moist, but that cookie dough, yeah. First time ever. Savage. What's up, peeps? We are back and we are up close and personal, sitting at my kitchen table, back home, showered, packed away, and we are here to go through show day with my peeps. And if I'm looking a little bit bright and white, it's because I'm underneath this kitchen light, so that's why it's super bright. So yeah, I said I'll hop on, go through everything about today, and I even took some notes just so I don't forget anything. And yes, I'm here with my boy. What will we call him? What can we call him? Oh, I have to come up with a name, and we should think about it while we're doing this little video, right? And obviously I'm wearing my medul, which you'll see quite a lot of, I think. Yes, I absolutely love it. So yes, I will start from my notes and hopefully I don't miss anything, and I will try not keep this so long, you know, because I know, you know, I don't want to ramble too much, because I do have a tendency to do that, just like I'm doing right now, right? So I'll start with, like, you know, it was great. The show wasn't too far away, only down in Limerick. It was much closer, like, to get, you know, compared to Galway. It didn't take half as long. It was nice and easy. So good, you know, not much stress there getting down, and everything was so close to each other. I tell you, God honest truth, because that's what I do, you know. I speak from the heart. I don't keep anything from anyone, and you've been with me every step of the way, so it's only fair I share everything. I was very confident going into this, like, you know, very like thinking I was going to win, and for some weird reason, and because that's what everybody was telling me, so, but I did feel a lot of pressure then, almost like I had to win. I was expected to win, and that's what needed to go down. So I had convinced myself I was going to win, and I don't know, it was just, I felt a little bit of pressure. But as soon as I stepped foot into the building, and I was told that the very first thing we're doing is the posing routine. Now that's something that I was already nervous about, because I messed up kind of on the last show, forgetting the ending of it. Now even though it's not judged, it's not getting scored, you know, you at all. Like, you win by your comparisons, being compared to people, but still, it's very hard not to be nervous going out to do it in front of a crowd when you're on your own. So we have to do that very first. And I would have much prefer, obviously, to go out with the rest of the competitors, get a feel for the crowd, get a feel for the stage, your competitors, get warmed up by doing all their posing. You kind of know where you stand then after that, if you won or not, kind of, you know. And then do the posing routine when you're more at ease. But to go out and do that straight away, I started, like, panicking. I couldn't get a grasp of it. I nearly had a panic attack lining up ready to go on stage, and I nearly didn't go on. I nearly backed out of it, and I was like, Stephen, you can't back out of it now. Everybody's here, everything you've done for it, you're in amazing condition. Like, all you have to do is go out and get this routine done so you can be compared then to everybody and then win. That's what I kept telling myself, and I was like, right, just go out and do the routine, and don't even care about the music. Don't try and match it to every beat. Just get the routine done, and then it's over. And I did a pretty good job of it. I would say it was 70% to my standard that I like, because I'm a perfectionist. But on camera, it kind of does look nearly perfect. But I just know I was very shaky, my piece, very shaky. And it was good, because it was much different than a lot of people's, you know. Yeah, and I was happy after it was all done that I didn't forget any of it, and I got through it, and it looks alright on camera, so I'm happy enough with it. And then I was able to relax then going out and being compared to everybody, even though I was a little bit nervous still, just because the fact I really wanted to win. I really wanted to get into that overall, and because I was told I was going to have a very good chance of winning that also, so I felt like I just had to win this class, and that I did. And for some weird reason, again, my peeps, I thought I had come last, because of the way they had us lined up in the stage. Like, I ended up getting put down to the very end, but that's just how they were judging the show. And yeah, like I won anyway, and there was 6 in my class, so I was very happy there was one more extra than the last show. And there's a few very, very good lads in there. And the lad came second to, I was actually talking to last night in the tanning place. And we were talking about, yeah, you should come up to Dublin one day and I'll show you the best pizza place up in Dublin, real Italian, because his father's Italian. Yeah, it was crazy. He came second. What a chance of that. Yeah, so it was crazy. Very, very happy. I'm absolutely over the moon. I cannot believe it's even real life, to be honest. And then going in for the overall, again, with all the winners of all the classes, like an absolute boss, because that's where I shine. For some weird reason, that's where I feel all the confidence in the world, because I just see it as a total privilege. Like, I just love being up there with the big lads, the real huge, real experienced muscle, just monsters. And I really fought for it. I did everything perfectly. I thought I had it, you know, I really did. Vinny had me winning, a lot of people had me winning again, but the lad that won was 109 kg, I was only 80 kg. That's a big, big difference. So obviously he got the nod, even though I was probably in a better condition, but seeing as I was told I was the best conditioned person at the show, so what a bloody compliment that was by lots and lots of people and even coaches. So I hold my head high. That's a very good achievement in my eyes, and I'm happy with that. Yeah, imagine, right? And the overall, right, of this show, the winner wins a pro card. Now, when I heard that, I was like, holy moly! You can win a pro card. Imagine my second time out winning a bloody pro card. Has that even been done before? So winning your first timers said 2 weeks ago, come in, do your under 80 kg national championships, win that, which I did, and then go into the overall and win that and win a pro card, all within just like in a few months. First time ever competing. That would be probably history making, because all of them people are trying for many, many years to get that pro card. And you know, maybe it's something I can aim towards in 2 years. Maybe we'll do like a series, Road to Pro. Who knows? We should see. But yeah, absolutely insane. And yeah, I qualified to go to the Europeans to compete in a pro qualifier where I can win a pro card. Also, that's in May, but obviously I'm not going to do that. It's time. I'm happy with what I achieved this year. It was more than I ever expected, more than I ever dreamed. And you know, I'm very satisfied. The thing is, I don't see what they see, and I think that's why I did so good, because when I look in the mirror, I'm so hard on myself, I don't really see that. So then when I'm looking back in the videos and people are telling me about how shredded my glutes are and all that, I'm like, what? You know, because I'm so hard on myself, my worst critic, and all I do is watch the best bodybuilders in the world and Mr. Olympias, so I'm always comparing myself to them, not actually knowing how good I am myself. You know, it's hard to explain, but it's a very good mindset to have, to think you're not good when you are. And I think it makes you more humble, and you know, you're not just like a cocky little idiot. And that's what one of my the manager of my gym actually said. It's what's very unique about me, and to never lose that is that humbleness of not, you know, just how I am. Just very like shocked, like, you know, thinking I came last but won, and on both shows, and not knowing how good I am. And that's kind of something I want to keep. It's just embedded in me anyway. I just very hard on myself and don't see what other people see. And yeah, you know, I'm never going to change. This is always going to be me, as in the humble Stephen. And you know, don't trust me, I'm never going to go, oh look at me, nah, nah, nah. You know, I'm always like kind of the insecure, not really confident, but yeah, confident, if you get me. I don't know, it's hard to explain. You know, because obviously you see my Instagram and social media, but like, you would assume I'm a very confident person, but yeah, I don't know, it's just weird. It forces me to work really hard, and I think that's how I've got to where I am today in everything. So yeah. What else do we want to talk about? The venue was actually really good. The lighting was on the money. Real nice. Really, like, portrays your body, your muscles, your physique, everything to the best. I was very happy with the venue in the University of Limerick. I'm going to tell you a quick story about the University of Limerick, right? About 10 years ago I went down because I was looking for where I can do a personal training course, because the NCEF is one of the courses where I actually did, but I did it in Kilkenny, but it's from Limerick. And I was walking around the college just looking around, and I seen a poster on the wall of this show, and who was guest posing at it, and it was Kai Green, and I goes, God, I'd love to come down and watch that, but I never did in the end. And then about 10 years later, here I am, winning nationals, winning the show. And it was just bloody weird, like, considering, like, I was looking at that poster on the wall many years ago when I just got into training because I wanted to go watch the show. Yeah, crazy. And another funny story is about a year ago, somebody texted Vinny a message, which I have on my phone, which I'm going to share on Instagram during the week. Somebody commented on a story that I shared to Vinny, and they said future national champion, and I have that message saved that Vinny sent me. That was a year ago, and where I didn't really have any intentions of competing back then, and then here I am a year later, boom, national champion. Like, what the hell? Like, all this was just written in stone for me. Like, all the signs were there. Everything happens for a reason, my peeps. It's just crazy. I know I say crazy a lot. It's just like, I don't know, is it a filler word? I don't really know. Maybe it's just all crazy to me. So what's next for Stevo? Right. Well, I'm gonna obviously take some downtime, let the body recover. You know, maybe go in and do a few pump workouts, nothing crazy. You know, up the food obviously, and like, and then focus maybe on a good off season and bringing up my weaker body parts, such as my back, I feel, you know, and just, you know, everything all around. And, you know, I feel that my next off season is going to be completely different, because I'm be a lot more confident now of what I can actually do in this bodybuilding world and what I need to improve on. And yeah, come back bigger and better next time I decide to compete, which I will be skipping next year for competing, just because of how much I put into this year. I put everything into it, my peeps, literally my whole heart and soul, you know. I couldn't have done any more, and that is the God honest truth. And I need to take time off and focus on everything else, you know. I really want to focus on personal training, building my business to the best it can be, and spend time with the people that I've been really distant to over the last 6 months, because we all know bodybuilding is a very selfish sport, and you know, there's so much involved to get ready for these shows, and I don't think not many people really see that or understand what really goes into it. Only the people that actually compete will understand. And I just want to give back to the people that are close to me and that I love and that I spend, you know, that I haven't really got to spend any time with. Especially Claire, you know, the woman of my life, my love, my everything, that's been there from day one, my rock, and I'm really looking forward to that. We are going to Cork in 2 weeks for a weekend away, but we're both not in prep, we're both finished, and we get to spend some quality time together and do nothing got to do with bodybuilding, and I just cannot wait for that, you know, just really looking forward to it. As regards to YouTube, you know, I was saying I'm going to take about a month off, you know. I'm never going to be like a dedicated like weekly YouTuber, I don't think, you know. I'm probably going to do a video every 2 or 3 weeks, you know, maybe when I'm doing travel vlogs, going off places with Claire, maybe cheat days here and there, because people love watching, eating food, and you know, updates on my bulks, some training motivation videos, stuff like that, you know, just every few weeks, just to keep it ticking over, so the next time I do prep, you know, people will still be kind of interested in what I'm doing. And as far as your support, my peeps, I absolutely appreciate every one of your messages, and anybody that's been following along this crazy journey, you know, and all the messages I've received today, that it's just very overwhelming that people are that happy for me. I just can't believe it. And you know, I'm so grateful for you all that show interest in it and help motivate me and keep the dream alive. And yeah, I really appreciate you all and all the nice people I've met over the last year, and all the competitors I've met in these shows. Like, you're just so nice. You're such an uplifting, motivational, like inspirational people to be around. And you know, everybody that I've met in the gyms the last while, and all my work staff and clients, like, it's just been a great year all around. You know, this year has been an absolute crazy year for Stevo. Between getting a new job, like working as a PT in the gym in Carlow, the best gym in the country, all around the same time I started prep for these shows, then go in and winning 2 for 2, starting the YouTube channel, what you're looking at right now, you know, national champion, you know. I don't know if it gets any better than this, my peeps, you know. My birthday's coming up the 16th of December. Christmas is only then after that. How can we better that in 2023? I don't know, my peeps. Like, I'm hoping to go on holidays next year, actually, because I haven't gone anywhere in years. So it would have been nice to go this year after the shows, but you know, there was other things that came up, you know, that didn't make it possible. So we will definitely do it next year for sure. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We go to España and maybe back to Salou, because I love that place. I love it, all the roller coasters and stuff. I just want to say a big huge thanks to my man again, Vinny. The fucker nearly made me cry today when we were like hugging it out after the show. We were just talking around, taking pictures and all, and we kind of hugged at the end, and I nearly broke down. I really had to hold back the tears, because like, obviously Gary, my man, was beside him, Claire was beside, and I had to keep it in. I should have let it all out, like, because you know, there's a lot of emotions that go on when you're in prep. It's very emotional, because the dark times you go through, and when you go through it with somebody from start to finish, you know, like that's your coach or your, and my girl like Claire, it's very hard not to get emotional sometimes. And I thought Vinny was getting teary-eyed, and then it made me nearly teary-eyed, because Vinny did say, like, if I win this, you know, he might end up crying, because he's won this show before. And when I thought I seen his eyes tear out, I nearly did break down and cry, but we held it in. But it doesn't say the tears might not come in future videos on my social media, you know, because you know, it's just been very crazy, I had the word again, but yeah, just emotional, everything you go through and what we've achieved. So big shout out to my man Vinny. He made it all happen. We're the dream team, you know. Teamwork makes the dream work, and he's been with me every step of the way, and I listen to every word he says. You know, that chap believed in me. I don't know what he saw in me, but he seen it. We did it. We came, we saw, we conquered. You know, we didn't just come and take part. We absolutely took over and dominated everything we did. And I just wanted to make my man proud. Because I don't just represent myself, I represent him. I wanted to do everything I could, and that's what I did. You know, he's a very good coach, very responsive and always there for you, and he instills a confidence in you that you just don't know you have. He's very confident in me, and sometimes I would send him pictures and he'd give me feedback, and he'd be like, are we looking at the same thing here, you know? He just has extra vision. He's a very good eye for this shit, and he's very good, very hands-on. He put on my glaze today and backstage, you know. I was like, right, we're leveling up in our relationship, Vinny. You're putting on my glaze today. And there was nearly a bit of an issue then, because some security lad was trying to kick him out, like, and I was like, it was just stupidness, like, because I didn't want him backstage without a pass, even though he was already backstage with me and did the glaze for the first part of the show, and he needed to do it again for this overall, and your man was trying to kick him out. Like, it was just so bizarre. But yeah, it was just one of them things, wasn't it? Thank God he was able to stay then, obviously. But yeah, Vinny, I love you, you know. my brother from another mother, and he's more than just a coach for me. He's my friend, he's my role model. I've looked up to Vinny from day one, and I wouldn't do it with anybody else, ever. I wouldn't have done it with anybody else, and that's a fact. And then as for Claire, you know, Claire is my little rock, you know, my little meatball, as you all know what I call her. And you know, she's been very, very good to me these last 2 shows, driving everywhere. And they're not the bloody far journeys too, Galway, Limerick, and she'll be driving down to Cork when we go away. But yeah, you know, to be honest, anyone that's been in true prep in relationships will know how stressful and how much of a strain it can put on relationships, because how selfish you are. You don't spend much time together. You to get a little bit personal, like your love, your intimacy kind of disappears, because all your energy goes into what you need to do on a daily basis. So that's where the kind of strain and distance comes into the relationships. But we're definitely, you know, we met at work, and we were there for each other 100% of the way, supporting each other, and we only come out with better and stronger than ever. And yeah, it's such great to have 2 people doing exactly the same thing at the same time, and just 100% understanding of it and very supportive. And that's what you want when you're trying to do something as big as this. That support system is very important, because you need somebody that understands everything what you're going through, because not anybody that doesn't understand or involved in it will just not know or get it, or you know. So I'm very lucky to have her in my life, very blessed. She's brought the best out in me and made my dreams come true. Yeah, so I just love that woman to bits, and I'm very happy she came into my life. Yeah, she's my absolute everything, my little meatball. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to spending a lot of time with her now. And I'm gonna leave this video here today with what I did on the last show. The video that you saw is the cake that she baked me, because she gave me 2 more pieces today, which I'm absolutely so buzzing for. Look at this, the biscuit cake, my all-time favorite. I'm gonna leave it here with a bite now. Oh, dearie me, so soft. Wow, unreal. Guys, you don't know what you're missing out on here. Yeah, so I'm gonna eat the rest of this and go to bed and go get a juicy pump tomorrow in the gym. So I know it's a long video, sorry my peeps, there's a lot to get out. A lot to get out off my chest, I mean, and hope you watch it all for me now. And yeah, I should leave it here today, my peeps. So don't forget to like, comment, and definitely go subscribe and support your boy for everything he's done. And peace out, Cub Scouts.
2 for 2, baby. 2 for 2.